it down.
Still faking. Well, how could you lose? How could you lose? How could you lose? Oh, honey, how could you lose? How could you lose? How could you lose? Oh, honey, oh, dog. Maybe it's time we made up for good. Or maybe it's time.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. So today, we're just going to be doing homework. I have nothing to elaborate on or have critical thinking other than the homework I have to do. First things first, I have to write the teacher. It's just been a mistake because my name was spelled McLeod instead of Cloud. And I was like, okay, I was like, okay, what's going on? So I asked him to change it. So I got to write him back to make sure he changes it. So what else? Go on to Google Docs. Go on to Google Docs and extract the section I have to do, which is the marketing mix, and then ask Grok for the programming of how should it be format. Read his stuff. It doesn't hurt to read, and then come up with my own way of how I'm going to create it. That's how we're going to do this show today. So let's get started. Are y'all? Hold on. So how would you? Never mind. Let me shut up. Let's just do the work. So anyway, projects. Um, right here. We read that. What happened? Oh, oh. You know what? Whoever did that, yeah. Hold on, guys. Um, let's see. So now what? We're going to give me a second. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Let's do this again. There we go. Now we have to be specific. Marketing mix. You guys, some of y'all have done this before. So, I didn't mean to do that. I want to see what he says in his own structural way, how it should be worded. And then I'm going to word it in my own and define it in my own terms. I have to see how they do this because I have no, I see the structure of what he's telling me to do, but at the same time, I want to make sure I do it extensively and not undermine it. It takes to read something, to learn about something, to create something. When you work, when your brain goes dead, when you just copy word for word, word for word, word for word, you're not thinking. You're just like a machine. You're only doing two commands. But when you read the material and try to understand the material and how the structure should be standardized by the standards, I guess it's AP or something, you know, that's why I'm doing this. And then I'm going to turn it into the writing center. I don't, right now, I feel like doing this. And then at the end, I'll write the teacher. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. I'm so glad that wouldn't have came up with nothing. Oh, I didn't mean to do it again. I did it again. Please write a marketing mix for me. Like you have a dissertation and the PhD doctors have to read dissertations in order to understand it, in order to create. Those are, I commend those people. Okay. So what does the app do? Integrated into the Leap event technology platform. So it's a platform, an app that serves comprehensive tool for event engagement. This is not the same, but this is a skeleton. Thank you. So let's begin to write. We're gonna write a sentence for each. So now we're gonna do some investigation first. What's the first question? Document the team's findings for marketing strategy for Leap's rebrand. This will be useful in the next step. Hmm. Where will the team will review and discuss the concept of a marketing mix. Okay. So I have to take note and if of what he found. Let me make sure I'm doing a marketing mix. I wrote it down. Hold on, you guys. I have to basically marketing mix. Basically, there's nothing I can do until um I meet back up. Let me see what I can do. I can do something. Yeah, dang, I want to do something. Okay. So document the team's findings for the marketing strategy for Elite Free Brand. Let me write, I'm gonna stop right there. There's nothing I can do until let's see. Um I have I have until the 15th. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do what does the app do. But first we're gonna dig into and then I'll add to it. It's not about trying to complete it. It's about building. I mean, you gotta dive into it now. I want to mostly look into I keep that. Marketing plan is a written document that outlines a marketing program for a company or product or service, along with a promotional budget allocation for the plan, period. In other words, a marketing plan details what is needed for you to implement a marketing program and achieve goals within it. When developing a marketing plan, you should be guided by the organization, vision, and mission statements. It's important to note that marketing plan is not the same as a business plan. While a marketing plan is a part of the business plan, a business plan typically also include additional information such as financial strategies, um, operational plans, risk management techniques, and human resource details. Excuse me, I'm quiet because I read faster when I'm quiet. If I see something that catches my attention, I'll read it aloud. Okay. Function of the marketing plan. A marketing plan should meet several objectives. Identifies the customer's needs. Evaluate whether an organization can meet those needs in some way that allows for profitable exchange with customers. So I am to identify need. A customer wants cleaning. Evaluate whether the organization can meet those needs. I need my car, not my car clean, but I need my commercial building clean, and I need the bathroom cleaned the most because that gets the most foot traffic. You know, those needs in some way that allows for profitable exchanges with customers. Develop a mission statement, strategy, and organization centered on those needs. Create offerings that are the result of meticulous market research. Form operations and supply chains that advance the successful delivery of those offerings. Pursue. Let me break these three down. Create offerings that are a result of meticulous market research. Basically, do your research. Hold on. Let me ask Grok a question. So what they're saying is the lead platform, this is what the lead platform should look like. These are results from these are fictional. So if I were to say something, I would say that I would not give them, I would give them a courtesy or complimentary um, free tier session, like for 7 days, and then offer after the 7 days a credit card. You know, when you're dealing with a service, it's kind of tricky to offer 7 free days because you can get a lot in 7 free days. So you got to develop a plan and say what is the limit of what you can get in 7 days. Once registered, they can customize and deploy the mobile app for their events via the dashboard. So once these soldiers, let me go back because let me read the whole thing. Hold on. SWOT analysis. So he did the SWOT strengths backed by Oracle's database management, cloud, and artificial intelligence AI services. Weakness. The org's lead app is currently failing to place a majority of transitioning military members to civilian jobs at a rate of 55%. 85.8% of users are career officers and enlisted with less than 10 years experience, and 89% of users have an education or of a bachelor's degree or lower. Digging deeper, there are two demographics that are most at risk to finding a job. Those with PTS and company officers and below with either a master's or associates or lower. I wonder, I've never seen that. What is that? That is excellent. Very impressive. Very impressive. What is this? I must know. You know, University of Phoenix made it very user friendly to cite a page on their uh, stuff. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay. I've never seen that in APA. I've never seen that. Now I know what it could be. It's not a wrong. And he did it again right here. Users dislike the year-long subscription, discouraged by the length of financial commitment required at $10 a month, meaning that users must pay 120 even if they end up using Leap for a few months. What, it's annual? That's messed up. But you know, it's not messed up because don't laugh UMGC. We know it's fictional, but that's messed up though. That would be a crappy thing to do to charge somebody for a year-long subscription, $10 a month, and annually if they end up using the app for even just a few months. This approach seemed to pose a challenge for me Oregon, the market where much of the information is already available for free. So what he's doing basically is citing the sources of where he got I know what he's doing, but for those who don't know what he's doing, he's citing the sources and where he actually got the material from, which is pretty cool. So, um, potential partnering with staffing and employment agencies concerning that too many features are displayed as coming soon. That's a weakness, yeah. Problems being overseas and not being able to use the app in areas with spotty internet access or none. Individuals share that establishing a connection is somewhat a hit or miss, even in places where they need to upgrade their Wi-Fi apps and upgrade their security. I don't understand why nobody has come up with this, and I'm about to write it down. Why is it that it is okay to be at Starbucks, and if you use Starbucks Wi-Fi, somebody can break into it? Like, how is it that we can just break into people's computers? Why is it so easy, and why isn't nothing being done to control that? It's a free for all, a free information. You don't know how much information a person can get. And it's a scary thing, y'all. Some people still use the Wi-Fi like, or yeah, man, I'm about to use that Wi-Fi. Come on now. Like, don't use the Wi-Fi. They can just tap into your phones. So, yeah, I'm scared about that. I'm very scared. I may show things. I've showed some proprietary information, I'll admit, but I have not blatantly said a social. I don't keep my social on my computer. I don't keep my, and I wouldn't let y'all see the last four of my debit card, like stuff of that nature. And if people are listening and taking my information, that's on them. They have to answer to God because they choose money trying to follow me and do things to me. That's on them. And that's a very sick thing to do, I might add. Just like it was sick to steal jewelry in France or Italy or wherever that was that happened at. I think it's called pyromaniac or it's another word. It's either pyromaniac or something else, where you just have an obsession with stealing from others. You don't want to. You have a job. Your job is to steal from others. You make a 9 to 5 job off of stealing from others. That is sad that that's the job you chose. That is the most stupidest job that I've ever heard of. A thief. Um, few sections offer enough filter options. Concern that too many features like are still displayed as coming soon. You know, those thieves always think they're getting away with something. Spotty internet access. Like I said, that's what triggered my talking about that. Like people deserve to be safe, man. You have government capabilities where you can stop that. Let me write that down, man. Because it's like we need better Wi-Fi. Why not create a system for these small businesses? And Starbucks isn't a small business, but create some type of everybody gets their own, and it's like hotspot, but everybody is within the Wi-Fi that Starbucks has created for everybody to use. So if you use Wi-Fi with Starbucks, it's impenetrable from somebody saying, "Well, let me get in and look at all these computers that are listed on Wi-Fi." That's sick, man. Individuals share an establishing share let me zoom in. Individuals shared that establishing a connection is somewhat a hit or miss, even in places where other apps are able to connect. There's even devices that can go onto your car and trace you. And then you have to counteract, break the law, and get the scrambler. There's even internet access that they can just scramble your internet. That's some sick stuff, man, people do. And it all boils down to wanting to feel, you know, superior. Individuals shared that establishing a connection is somewhat hit or miss, even in places where other apps are able to connect. The interview tool provided mock scenarios to practice and role play. The interview tool, mock scenario to practice like you're being interviewed, like the on demand training and career app. Okay. The resume builder and job search tools of the app. Um, like the resume builder and job search tool. Okay. New Org has developed an innovative app with little competition for target markets from app-based services. However, studies show that the availability of non-app products and services for job seekers may increase the level of competition. Also, since the new app development requires little capital and the necessary technical skill sets are becoming more common, Neat org may see a rise in competition in the future. The target market, transitioning military personnel and veterans, is also exposed to a range of governmental, nonprofit, and for profit organizations that provide some of the services that Leap app does, presenting other options to potential users. The app relies on internal intellectual capital. and does not require outside suppliers. Okay. I need to figure out where is he getting all this. Okay. Strategy, segmenting, targeting. He has that section to do. Okay. What does the app do? Let's go back up. Let's look it up. Go to Chrome. Okay. Go back. Let's see. I could look at my paperwork. Give me a second, you guys. This is Leap rebrand. I may have to write this down. I hate when it does that. Okay. Now it's not working. Why did it seize up? Hold on. Gotta go back. What does the app do? Okay, there we go. Document the team's findings. Document the team's findings for marketing strategy for Libre brand. So go back up. Where is, I need some paper. First, let me write down a question. What is the team findings? So let's read. So far, the strengths. Um, so we know it had artificial intelligence. I know that the cloud and artificial intelligence, um, the Oracle's database management, weaknesses, that they know that me or is not only backed by Oracle's database, but this helps with the security for the um, veterans wanting a job. That should be the skeleton of that. So, however, the weaknesses shows an insecurity of 55% of military. I gotta use the code he used, members, or she used. 55% of military members. However, the weakness shows an insecurity of 55% of military members not creating, no, not having a job. So this is what I'm gonna do. What time is it? Um, it's 8:36. So off of camera, I'm gonna write the skeleton for this in my own words. The findings for the marketing strategy. I have to come up with a strategy to a marketing mix. And this is what I'm doing now. I'm writing it, but I would rather write it off camera and type it and then turn it into the writing center and then get it back and then fill in the blanks of what I did messed up. If I don't write it down, like I'm not gonna um not understand it, but I'm not gonna be able to internalize it and learn from whatever it is that the teacher want us to learn, all of us to learn. It's best that I sit up there and like for instance, in the beginning, the team's findings. Make sure. The team's findings for the marketing strategy. So for the marketing strategy, the first set of people answer a SWOT analysis. So the marketing strategy for that is I found that in the SWOT analysis that, and I said it in my own words, that MeOrg is not only backed by the Oracle database, but by the security, but by the security for the veterans wanting a job. However, the weaknesses shows an insecurity of 55% of military members not having employment. The team findings also proves that even though there was limited like what was that? I'm not talking about the work. I just seen something. My ticker actually come on and come off. I'm like, what was that? Yeah, I probably didn't see it or catch it. Or maybe it was TikTok. Weird stuff is always happening to me. Weirdo, Kirdo, Kimdo. So weaknesses. Let me see what I can do with just this first. Go down and start writing on this first. Sometimes you just gotta break it in. And that's what I want to do. Get something, some words on paper. The Leap app. The team's findings about the Leap app shows that in the strength and the in the SWOT section of the SWOT section, there the strength and weaknesses shows the differentiation of the The team's finding about the LEAP app shows that in the SWOT section, the strengths and weaknesses shows the differentiation of the marketing strategy. Um, Weaknesses show teams findings. The team's findings about the LEAP app shows that in the SWOT section, the the first section of the SWOT analysis. The team's findings about the LEAP app shows that the first section of the no strengths. I don't think they did opportunities yet. Opportunities. And he did do it. He did do it, I think. The SWOT analysis of the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. I have to break this sentence down, but first I'm going to leave it as a run-on sentence. The team's finding about the LEAP app shows that the first section of SWOT analysis, the strength, um, is highlighted showing what to work on and what things, what opportunities exist within the LEAP app. The team's findings about the LEAP app shows that the first section of the SWOT analysis is highlighted, showing the work and the opportunities that exist within the LEAP app. The strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats shows not only a pattern for how many military personnel is not working, but also proves that the enlisted and officers. Where's that word? 85.8% of users are early career officers and enlisted with 10 years experience. Eighty-five percent of users and early career officers and enlisted with less than 10 years experience are early career officers. I thought that was less. I don't know, but I'm using his statistics or her statistics. I could be wrong. I'm not always right. If I can't think of it, I'm gonna go with it. Okay. The team's findings about the lead app shows the first section of the SWOT analysis. It Now I see why I said it is highlighted to show what work and opportunities with what to work on and what opportunities exist within the lead app. The strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats show not only a pattern for how many military personnel is not working or not working, 55%, but also proves that enlisted and um, officers um, but also proves that enlisted and officers. I'll make sure I correct that, but I want to keep it that way. Are 89% of the population. How many? Okay. There are there is a correlation between how many will get a job. Hi. How many will get a job and how many have a high school diploma. It shows that predictably people with veterans predictive. Yeah, I'm going to copy and paste this and make a new one and come back as I add. Let me highlight mines. Wait, now I gotta go through this labyrinth. See what I'm saying? Hold on. Usually it'll pop up somewhere. Let's try it again. Online guide to writing. Test. Let me do it again. I think I know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, that's all y'all had to say. So get myself to the 12, 13. So tutor. Now my pen is wrong. Go to tutor. Now that I know. Resources. Tutor. So right now what I did was I went on ahead. Sorry about that, you guys. Right now what I did was I went on ahead and did my project. Um, just a little bit of it, started the process, broke it in and started the process of writing it. Um, I hope you guys, whoa, funny. Thank you. So, I don't know how to pronounce your name. So, I hope you guys take care. To recap, um, I did the marketing mix. I read the SWOT analysis coming from one of my classmates. I took the time to write about 89% of the population that is basically enlisted or officers, and 55% are without jobs. So, yeah, and that's as far as I went. I have until the 22nd, but I want to get it done by the 17th. So let me write that down. So, yeah. So definitely, you guys take care, be safe out there, buy to, everything, and buy, just thank you for watching me. Thank you guys for watching me. Thank you. And I appreciate you. And I hope that y'all have a wonderful, wonderful night. This has been Kimberly After Hours with Homework by the Kimberly Cloud Show. Good night.
Never waste my time, you are I want.